Hello everybody, hope you enjoyed that little opener there. Today I am in the historic gold mining town of Auburn, California, about 100 miles from Reno, about 20 miles from Sacramento. This is a very interesting place. It has a real historic old town. It was founded in the 1850s with the gold rush, and it is the seat of Placer County. Now, what is a placer? Placer is simply gold deposits that are found near the surface in riverbeds and things like that. They're relatively easy to mine. Now, why would gold end up in riverbeds? Because gold being one of the heaviest elements on Earth, it's always going to, in floods and other things, it's always going to find its way to the lowest possible level that it can on the ground, and typically that will be riverbeds and things like that. So over time, tremendous gold deposits ended up in those riverbeds, and well, you can see old Claude is the one that discovered it back in the 1850s. So I thought today we would take a look around town a little bit and check it out. Like a very cool town with little parks here. Look at some of this old historic brickwork down here. Pretty amazing. And up there you can see the county seat, the big courthouse up there, the dome of that. This is really lovely down here. Beautiful. Got the train rolling right through the center of town there. Cool little shops here in the Old Town section. Some of that woodwork up there. The silver store. Some of the little indoor shopping areas here too. The town really has an old feel to it. Definitely an Asian influence too.
I'm right behind you with hot food, okay? Thank you.
Because we liked it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really
Metal workers. Outdoor creekside dining. Edelweiss restaurant. You can probably already tell this is a really hilly town. We're about 1,000 feet up in the foothills of the Sierra here, so you better be able to get your hiking boots on around this town. I like the way this town tries to preserve the past too. Auburn's Joss House. Part of the remaining bit of Chinatown here. Oh, you can just feel the age of this. I don't think there's anything inside. They have curtains up. Wow, just look at that place, just being consumed by the woods down there. Right next to the Josh house here. Look at this place. I don't even know if it's habitated. This little plaque marks the site of the Chinese houses, and they were supposedly among some of the earliest buildings. And this is where they've had 3 big fires here. And this is where the one in the 1855 started. It burned down a total of 80 buildings. Walk down the back a little bit. There's probably a creek or something back here. Maybe not. Wow, look at this old house. Looks like it's about from the 1880s. Pretty cool. You can probably see it back there. If you're in the 1850s to 1920s architecture, this would probably be the perfect place for you. As many of you know who have followed the channel for years, fire is really an ever-present threat here in California, particularly from the months August, September, October, November. So it's not unusual that a town would have 1, 2, even 3 major fires as part of its history, because quite literally it doesn't rain here from, let's say, from March, April till November, December. Things get really dry. I don't know what this is. Kind of creepy old steps here. So let's see what's up here. Looks like it might be somebody's private house over here with a garden. I know, nosy Rosie, right? Woo! Let's continue on. This is a really unusual style of house with the ionic columns in there and these big old-fashioned lamps here. Interesting. You see it all in this town. I couldn't resist. We cater to cowards. Full shot of the courthouse. Big landmark all over town. Very neat and tidy streets. Making my way downtown again. This seems to be the old town area here. Lots of little shops, art galleries, beauty salons. Lots of stores for poking in and out. Interesting color scheme here, huh? Little duplex. This must be a historic home here. It is gorgeous. The Pullin House, 1860. This tower must be really significant because it is huge and it has a big bell on top, probably a fire warning bell. First Transcontinental Railroad. I guess this is the old station right up here. I guess this is a tribute to all of the Chinese who helped in construction. Rail cars up here. You wouldn't think you get lost in a town like this with a big courthouse building like that, but I'm officially lost here, so gotta get back on track. And this bell tower's playing the sound of music. One of my most hated movies of all time, go figure. Da, 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 da. With the sound of mucus. Auburn calls itself the endurance capital of the world, and they have this thing called the Tevis Cup, which is 100-mile trail ride in one day. On horseback. And they have mountain bike racing too. For sure, the big landmark of Auburn is this beautiful courthouse from the 1860s. Just gorgeous. I sure hope you enjoyed Auburn, California as much as I did. If you're into history and gold mining and gold strikes, this is certainly the place to be here in Placer County, and I'm so glad I stopped. I've been driving past here for 22 years and never made the stop, and today I decided to do so. But don't go anywhere yet, we're not done. Let's put Auburn in the best light as we can and roll some of that cinematic B footage. As usual, your thumbs up are appreciated. Thanks, everybody.